whatever you want to do. Did you guys do that for super connectivity?
No, but we
So
probably
you get the tweaked audio.
we just ate through it right now, so it should be good.
Okay.
This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here, the line fades to nothing at all.
This is a world of Capes and Lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
All right, it's a big news week. D23, bunch of Marvel news, the big Spider-Man controversy, bunch of other stuff Lilith Hellfire doesn't give a crap about. So strap in. Capes and Lunatics episode 119 starts right now. Hello and welcome. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're listening to this or watching this in whatever time zone. We are the Capes and Lunatics. Namaste.
Actually, don't worry.
I am Phil. Joining me as always in that dark little corner of Florida, because you can't see her face on the video, is...
Hey y'all, it is Lilith Hellfire. What's up?
And we can finally see him in New Jersey.
See, Rob never complains about her life.
Because you can't see her.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Charlie, the Professor Ethics. That's why she's smart.
The lights are back on in Jersey.
Okay, yeah. The lights are back on in New Jersey. Hopefully this meets Rob's high standards, which I never do, but that's okay. He wants to make this show better. He wants people to want to be here, not to just turn on and say, oh, well, their video looks like
Rob Southgate says,
so I'll leave. Because we have had guys, they pop in, listen for a few minutes.
Rob Southgate says, make Capes great again.
No, I'm just saying.
Or for the first time.
Well.
Anyway.
It's what we did.
Let's make Capes and Lunatics passable enough. Okay. Okay.
So
Philip, lead us.
So are we just going to jump right into this Spider-Man controversy? Oh Lord, does he have?
I would imagine so.
Does he have?
Hashtag Team Sony.
Tristan agrees with you, Lilith.
Oh, as always.
Yeah. Well, people like their PlayStations, I guess.
What else does?
I never played on a PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, Tristan wants a PlayStation for Christmas or an Xbox.
Hashtag Team Sony.
Either one will do. Because Tristan just wants a video game console that's more advanced than our current Wii U. But I always buy the console just before it's discontinued.
You're Sheldon.
That's when the deals are.
You're Sheldon. It's okay.
It's
Sheldon. Well, Sheldon. Well, no, Sheldon actually wants to always get the one that's cutting edge. I'm like, no, I need like last one.
He can't.
Honestly, if they still sold 2600, I would be buying the heck out of 2600.
Hey, Dad, I think the console still works with other people.
Yeah, that's mom. Could you imagine if they were still making games for the 2600? Oh, be a glorious world.
Anyway, so
I remember when the.
can you believe Stanley's daughter had the nerve to jump in? Like, everybody knows she abuses her father and that her word is not to be trusted. Like, go sit down, little girl.
Because she wants the money. She wants the money. They wouldn't be like, oh, well, Stan's gone. Oh, well, we can pay the daughter. She wants the money. That's what it is.
Well, what did she want now?
She was making all these.
I missed this.
The only person in the industry agreeing with Sony, and everybody's just like, no, we can't listen to you because you're vile.
She's been making public comments.
Well,
she's been saying, oh, Disney and Marvel, haven't treated, Disney never showed my father the proper respect, and when he died, I never heard a phone call. And
oh. Well, it's still raw for her, I'm sure. And again, I'm not one to buy into the elder abuse story per se, just because I think Stan Lee was a workaholic. I think he wanted to be at every convention he could be. I think I think that kind of they probably had to cut him back because they wanted him to stick around. Like if there's an elder abuse, it's like, no, don't go to as many conventions. We need you to rest and be around because you're our meal ticket. If you want to go that lane, I could see that. I don't see them out to because quite frankly, like I said, I think Stan Lee, workaholic that he was, like my own dad, just wanted to go. Because honestly, doing a convention for Stan Lee, it's like, oh, I go to a room with 8,000 nerds who all tell me I'm the greatest writer to ever write. Gee, that sounds awful. I don't want to do that. No, that's not the guy Stan Lee was. I don't think anyone was hitting him. There's no evidence anyone was ever hitting him. And, I think that once you get into that era about old men working, it does get into a much more complex question of, is he a guy? Like I said, maybe the abuse is maybe even just that they're like, letting him work as much as he wants. Then wants to work. I don't know. I know that he had some people that were messing with his money, but I don't think that was ever Jan.
I don't know. Sony, somebody needed to stand up to the mouse finally, and I'm just glad somebody's trying to, and like not just being steamrolled. Like that's all pretty much that it's about for me, being Team Sony. And I don't really care about Spider-Man and see.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's another. Yeah. Well, fair enough. I had somebody online basically made the point. This is just going to be this is going to be James Gunn all over again, where it's like it's going to be a whole controversy. And then in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, maybe even a year, Sony's going to realize that,
it's just going to be a matter of changing those,
just like Disney,
how many movies are they going to let him before they have to renegotiate? If you get bought by a company, then all the rights should revert back to us, things like that. I think they definitely want to, this is the reworking of the deal moment right now, where everybody can feel like not taken advantage of and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about. I said, I think I heard Sony wanted Disney to kick in more money, and they're like, okay, fine. Instead of our 5%, we want 50%. And like I said, it's a negotiating tactic. They probably want 20%, but they started 50 and try to work it down. So, but I think
it'll end up at a 70-30 split in Sony's favor. Honestly,
that's probably what Disney wants. But they threw out 50. They could work it. Yeah. But so
yeah, that's what I said. And again, like I said, I actually think a lot of this is that I think the big thing is I think Sony's feelings has gotten hurt, but everyone talking about how good Marvel did Spider-Man and how poorly Sony did. And they're like,
it's the beginning of the negotiations,
Spider-Verse and Venom, we can make good movies. Yeah. Don't say we don't know how to make good movies. And
the MCU don't want that Venom near them.
And Tristan loves Venom. And Tristan is your core audience. Yeah.
But yeah, everything will work out.
And you got to storm out of the room at least once. Yeah. You can do the Clintar as a race that comes to Earth separately.
They do. Let's just be honest. That's the only Venom that matters.
I'm just mad they didn't actually tie in the Clintars to that life story. We got
Black Suit.
We got Night Monkey. That is Black Suit Spider-Man. It's Night Monkey.
And right? I don't care at the end of the day because they're not paying me. But yeah, like I said, Spider-Man in the MCU, not in the MCU, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to see a Spider-Man movie no matter what studio banner it's under. And that's pretty much how it's going to go.
Even Pornhub.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
more Fantastic
Four. It's not like it's an X-Men movie after all. No,
yeah.
But, yeah.
For their time, age well.
I did.
The trilogy of the Cold Hard Wet.
I think that the first 3 Spider-Man movies were very good. I think the third one, yes, has its difficulties. Yeah, well, hey, this is when Batman had nipples, so you gotta look at it in the style of the time. It's like you watch something from the 70s. Oh, why is everyone dressed like they're from the 70s? Because they're from the 70s. It's just the way the world works sometimes. Yeah, but but again, what I fear is Sony is going to try and make their own again, and they're going to jump right into the Sinister Six. And
how come they can't just do Frightful 4?
The next film could be a Sinister Six film.
Rights to Frightful 4?
If they do it subtly. That's the thing. You got to do it subtly.
Oh.
Well, they don't have the rights to fight. No, Fox has the rights to fight.
Just hold on.
No. But as an example, we've introduced the Venom. We've introduced in this universe we have both a Venom, Vulture,
Wait, Venom?
Yeah, Venom is in the Sony universe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
But
I thought you were talking about the MCU.
But you have Shocker. You have a Mysterio, because I still don't think.
Of course
Mysterio's
not.
Dead.
It was.
They can bring all. They can be. Yeah. Because any character that was in the Marvel ones, they can bring them right over to Sony. They don't have a problem with that. So you can have them all there, but it has to be like Mysterio was in this one, where you don't know what's going on really until it's revealed. Oh my gosh, it's the Sinister Six. The only one you don't have is Otto.
Not yet.
But of course, what they'll probably do is they'll have Liv again, Olivia Octavius, and again it'll be this thing where it's this scientist named Liv, and she's friends with May. Let's not forget. They will do that. I don't want them to. But as an example of things Sony can do wrong, look at Spider-Verse Scorpion. That came from literally nowhere. That's not Ultimate Scorpion. I don't even know what that was. It's like, in what universe is Scorpion Darth Maul with spider legs?
Wait, Darth Maul?
In the cartoons, Darth Maul got spider legs after he got cut in half.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about Star Wars Darth Maul.
Yeah, Star Wars Darth Maul got spider legs after he got cut in half because he lived and he shows up in Rebels.
Oh, he did?
He lives by the power of pure hate. Because that's the power of the dark side.
But no, is that why they're
it came out like 2.
Is that why they're continuing with Superior Spider-Man? Because are we going to get like female Dr. Octopus in all forms of media now?
I think they definitely need some more
maybe
representation that aren't half naked. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Well, they've been doing that with all the female Dr. Octopus.
I just want to know the backstory. I just want to know the backstory of May and Liv. I mean, that's what I want most in the next Spider-Verse story is how did Liv?
So maybe you might get it.
I don't know. I didn't really take that as they were like friends. Yeah. I took that as more like, oh yeah, hey, you've been in our lives for years because you've been trying to kill my nephew for years. I just took it like that.
Oh, well, yeah, but at the same time, like I said, it goes into this idea that, first off, it's not like Otto and May don't have a history. Yeah. Otto actually likes May, He actually has real feelings for her. Yeah, there was a whole ulterior motive when he wanted to marry her for her nuclear power plant in Canada. It was the 70s, kids. Yeah. Aunt May Parker. So the idea that May in the Spider-Verse and Olivia Octavius had run-ins, and possibly even positive run-ins, because as we see, Olivia Octavius can turn it on and off like a faucet, where you have no idea that she's the villain until she's like, nope, I'm the villain. Because your patriarchal, man-centric maniverse views made you not think I could be the threat. And so that's great. And so I'd love to see the story where they become friends. And then it's like, oh, we can't really be friends because maybe we want different things in life. Also, you keep on trying to kill my nephew. I don't like that. Don't kill my nephew.
Speaking of stories I want to see with female lead characters, She-Hulk's getting a Disney Plus TV show.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
And
I'm happy for Ray. Moon Knight's actually happening.
yes, are they going to show the DCU how to do a live action Batman? I know Ray. I know you hate the comparison between Moon Knight and Batman, but
it is what it is, homie. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, you got the multiple personality.
Well, it's a comparison, but well, first off, Batman doesn't have multiple personalities. Moonlight's parents weren't killed. There's actually really no similarities except that they both wear capes and both are vaguely associated with the concept of a knight. There's literally no comparison between Batman and Moon Knight.
The only similarities are
you have a closer comparison.
The only similarities are the capes and the violence.
Yeah, literally, yeah, kind of. Moon Knight has moon-themed weapons sometimes less so. And sometimes he doesn't even wear a cape. Now he's like wearing a suit. So, Moon Knight is not, I don't think Moon Knight was ever meant to be Marvel's Batman. I mean, Nighthawk is Marvel's Batman.
He was written by some Batman.
Both in perfectly in the. Well, so first off, a lot of people have written Batman, and a lot of people have written other things. So it's like, what, Tristan?
Into the Spider-Verse takes place in the Ultimate Universe.
Yes, it takes place in the Ultimate Universe because Miles Morales is in that universe.
Yeah, but I thought Norman Osborn killed the Spider-Man.
He did. That was the Green Goblin. Oh no, you're right. Because Kingpin kills him in that universe. Yeah. It's a slightly different. It's a variation on the Ultimate Universe concept. So yes, but you do have Ultimate Green Goblin in that one, and that is the true tragedy. The true tragedy of Sony walking away is we don't get a Norman Osborn Iron Patriot Dark Avengers. And I know that's what Disney was setting up because the whole last one is who is the next Norman Osborn? And while it's clear that a guy like, guys like Peter are entering it honestly of saying, I'm not the next Norman Osborn. Guys like Mysterio, guys like what's his name? Guys like Mysterio, guys like Norman Osborn are definitely going to say, yes, I totally am the next Tony Stark. And what better way to be the next Tony Stark than just to give yourself a freaking red, white, and blue Iron Patriot armor, form your own freaking Avengers. Because there's not a Captain America, except for, actual Captain America, Sam Wilson. Which, as we know, the government isn't happy about because they're sending in U.S. agent to go bust some heads.
Yes.
And, where it goes next could be interesting. But that would have been interesting if they not. Now, and to put it real simple, super simple, we just do a find and replace in Google Word or Microsoft Word or whatever screenwriting program you do for Osborn to Bentley. And there we go. Who's the next Tony Stark? Why, obviously the wingless wizard. Winston Bentley, I want to say.
Is it Bentley Whitmore or something? Or
he's got armor. Bentley something. We know he's a Bentley something. I think it's Bentley. I thought it was Whitmore Bentley. I thought Bentley was the last name. Anyway, but he's named after the. Yeah, but yeah. I mean that, and again, this is where Sony makes the wrong choice because Disney doesn't need Spider-Man or the Spider-Verse as much as Sony thinks it does. Because Disney has so many teen heroes that they can put into Spider-Man stories that they don't need Spider-Man. They even have white male teen heroes if they want to go that route. but they have like 1,000 other, teen heroes that can tell a Spider-Man story, can have maturity and growth, yada yada yada, bullies, yada yada yada. And do they need Sony at all? Except for the fact, he is actually our flagship character, and people will go to a Spider-Man film just because it's a Spider-Man film. And really, to Disney's perspective is, we got to do something to keep Sony from ruining Spider-Man because they're really hurting the franchise.
I don't know. I don't think the negotiations are over. I think this was just like the first step. But like I said, I think Disney threw out a high figure, figuring they were gonna negotiate down lower. But then, like I said, this is the first step. Sony went public with it. It was like, oh, look how much Disney's asking us for. Look at these monsters. They're greedy.
Yeah, but along those lines, I think
I feel about Disney overstepping their bounds and they're getting too big for their britches. So yeah, I think that was definitely Sony's intent.
Well, like I told you, I don't feel bad for either one. But again, it's not like Disney's not delivering.
And you know what?
Disney's helping them deliver billion-dollar movies, so it's not like
it's okay.
Disney. It's not like Disney's not coming through on their end.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's Disney's next step in the negotiation tactics. Because we were talking about what are they going to announce at New York Comic Con? Well, what if they say, hey, we've got big plans for it. In fact, spoilers for New York City Comic Con. If this happens, I bet you Kevin Feige stays out and says, the big question right now is who's going to be the next Iron Man. And it's not like Marvel is short of superheroes to be people who want to be the next Iron Man, whether it's an infamous Iron Man like Doctor Doom or another armored hero, another armored villain like the Wingless Wizard who just wants the attention like Mysterio did. They can make the point that, look, we got no shortages of Norman Osborns to start the Dark Avengers. So don't act like we need Norman Osborn to start the Dark Avengers. We're set. Quite frankly, there are Stains and who is that guy from the other Iron Man film?
Justin Hammer.
I forget his name. The one with the Justin. Oh, we got Stains and Hammers for days. No, I was looking for the guy that was who said he was the Mandarin. Although we have the real Mandarin.
Aldrich Killian or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like. Yeah, Ultrich. Yeah, we've got Killians and Stains and Hammers for days. Not to mention Dooms and Bentleys. So it's like we would love to have Norman Osborn because it's comics accurate, but doing the work for a comics accurate story is not as fun if we don't have the money for it. And that's what's going to be. That's the next stage is New York Comic Con when Marvel starts talking about all the things they could do now that they don't have Spider-Man.
Like I said, I think you even said it. I don't think they're done negotiating. Maybe by the time we get to New York Comic Con, they're going to announce, oh yeah, we got a Spider-Man deal. Mm-hmm. And maybe by then. No?
Oh, I don't think so. When is New York Comic Con? Because David Walker was asking who was going, so I assume it's relatively soon.
It's the first week of October.
The fall is next week, though.
First week of October,
or the second. It's like at that beginning, between the 5th and the 10th of October, usually.
Yeah.
But
so it's a month
over a month.
So unless Sony really panics, well, and to that extent. People leaking, or just saying because they are halfway intelligent know what Marvel could announce. That we got Wingless Wizard, we got Stains for days, we got Killians. Stain has a kid somewhere. We can find a evil Iron Man. We don't need your Norman Osborn. Making that statement is basically what. Marvel, but just even leaking that statement could get Disney into a panic. It's like, well, what are we going to do? Because we actually can't use Iron Patriot. We have to use Green Goblin because that's what we have the rights to. Honestly, the idea that Bentley bought freaking Stark Tower, that makes as much sense as anything because he is so self-aggrandizing like Loki. And honestly, now I want the Wingless Wizard to be the new freaking central villain of the Marvel Universe because the idea that self-aggrandizing, super genius, a Lex Luthor for the Marvel Universe is exactly what we need.
Love. Ain't nobody gonna be Lex.
I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I think they kind of did that. That's what they were. Wasn't that the whole point of like Dark Avengers? They were trying to make Norman like the Marvel's Lex Luthor. Because I mean, he had battle armor and who's basically running everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is sort of what they were doing, and it's a good role for him. But obviously, because he's tied to a Joker pastiche as the Green Goblin,
it could be a combo.
Bentley isn't. But the idea that Bentley could be just a straight up Lex Luthor character, a straight up Lex Luthor pastiche, would be amazing. And just the idea of creating this character who's just because he is supposed to be rich, but he was rich because he did bespoke tech, which is sort of what you get in Wakanda. But he was like, yes, here's an anti-gravity disc just for you. I built it myself. Be $100 million. And the guy who had $100 million said, I'd love to float. Thank you. Like, oh, by the way, if you want the one that makes you come back down, that's another $100 billion. What? Oh, sorry, didn't hear that.
I mean,
another $100 million to come back down. That one goes up. The one that comes down.
I mean, couldn't the big bad be the Mandarin? Couldn't the big bad be the Mandarin? Because I mean, they basically confirmed he's coming in Shang-Chi. So.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that may be where they're going. And honestly, the fact of the matter is that the Mandarin would be a great villain to have as the next big
And again,
bad.
It's not just another evil white guy.
I think. Yeah, well, this is true too. I mean, there's nothing that says that.
True.
To be white, so we can even go that route. It's like, we can guess anyone is the Wingless Wizard. It's not like there's Wingless Wizard fans going, "Oh, how could you possibly make him Hispanic or South Indian?" Or yet no one complains about Korg, and that's how you know they're racists. Still to this day, I am the only one who raises the Korg issue. It's like you are clearly all racist because none of you care that Korg is blue. They changed the race of Korg, made him blue. After they'd already established orange Saturnians in Dark World. And so, kind of clearly, that's the thing. And no one picks up on it. No one picks up this banner. No one even jokingly picks up this banner. No one, it's like this. It's like, all a racist has to do is say, well, no, I'm mad about Blue Korg too. They never do because they know they're not mad about Blue Korg, and they would be revealed that their actual objections are racist objections if they actually started talking about Blue Korg. That's how smart Taika Waititi is. He's like, I'm gonna troll every last one of you because I'm gonna put a Black Valkyrie and a Blue Korg in the same movie. Let's see which one you guys get upset about. He's a smart. Anyway.
So, all right. Lil Hellfire, I have a question for you.
Yes.
All right. Out of those 3 series they announced, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Moon Knight, which one would you're probably not going to watch any of them, but which one would you be most likely to watch and enjoy?
She-Hulk, obviously.
Ooh, nice.
Like, it's like, oh, we can't really have Hulk, but we could have She-Hulk, and She-Hulk's kind of
now, Lilith, are you hoping
at this point? So, unexplored, we could have some fun depending on which way they want to take.
Are we going to get Mark Ruffalo in the first episode?
You want Court?
I mean, he's only busy busting up the fracking industry, so maybe that would be cool to kind of like pass the torch, so to speak.
That blood transfusion.
Hey, that not for nothing. Busting up the fracking industry, that takes money, so showing up for a nice Marvel paycheck, that that will help a lot of people in the long run. Do you think she should? Do you think we'll get a lot of courtroom drama with She-Hulk?
I'm hoping She-Hulk is Ally McBeal, dude. I like that. That's everything that I want. Like She-Hulk meets Ally McBeal with a little bit of superhero buttering on the side. Somebody get David E.
Here's what I want. I want them to find
but I think he could nail this. Somebody get David E. Kelly on the phone absolutely right now.
You heard it here. He can nail She-Hulk.
I'm not sure I'm 100% down with David E. Kelly, but okay. I'm not gonna. I'll allow it.
Objection.
I'll allow it to a point. Here's what I really want. I want them to get a nice giant lady to play She-Hulk. Do the whole Steve Rogers shrinker for the Jennifer Walters scenes, and then just keep her green. It's just a smart way to go. Body paint technology. Oh,
yeah, but can't they
never busy?
Can't they do the?
That's like on its second season.
Yeah, but can't you do the Ruffalo thing and get like a good actress, but then like put her in that mocap stuff like they do when Ruffalo's the Hulk? You know.
Well, that's not really the best CG.
Well, that's extra. And not for nothing, Philip. Tall actresses are not that uncommon.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, but how tall is She-Hulk going to be? I mean, are we going to go like 7 feet tall?
Well, Lou Ferrigno isn't 7 feet tall, but they just say, "Wow, he's 7 feet tall," and they put Lou Ferrigno on an apple box, and they shot him from a certain angle. You shoot her from a certain angle, she can be 7 feet tall just easy. And she's not 7 feet tall. I think she's like 6'6".
But I'm just
that's still pretty tall. Even most models aren't that tall.
I know, but the point is, she doesn't actually have to be that.
Pro volleyball players aren't that tall.
WNBA.
Well, but my point is, as we learned, Thanos is actually like what 5'11". So
Cruise.
Thanos is 5'11".
I think he's 5'8.5" personally.
Yeah. But we all. I'm just saying, we all thought that Perlman was really tall. As it turned out, less so. And
really tall. You're thinking of Josh Brolin.
Ron Perlman is Thanos. Ron Perlman is Hellboy.
Oh, Josh Brolin. Okay, I get those two confused. They're in the same file. They're both guys in heavy makeup in comic book films. Sorry. I don't know. Like I actually, Josh Brolin.
What TV show are you most excited about, Philip, from Disney Plus?
Moon Knight. Because he was in Beauty and the Beast, or okay.
Moon Knight. I know. Out of those three, I'm most excited for Moon Knight. I can't see what they do with that Hawkeye series too.
I thought it was just a limited run. It's like really kind of.
I don't know.
Aren't they limited run 8-episode things?
I think all of them.
I think
all of them are only going to be like 8 or something. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do. I don't think they're doing the Netflix model. I think they're keeping them all pretty.
Well, although you have the idea there that we have a limited run of Jeremy Renner, and then let's see what Kate Bishop does.
Exactly. Yeah.
True.
To be, as a point, Marvel is looking for where do we go next? We can, not for nothing. Old Man Cap is a lot of makeup, but it's not going to be that long until Old Man Cap is Old Man Cap. It's not going to be that long that we need a lot less makeup to do the effect. You can't be Johnny Storm forever. Although he's still got one more movie on that contract. That's all I'm saying. They go with the older, and I still say Mark Maron. Did you hear about Mark Maron and his opinion of comic book movies? Even as he's in a comic book movie,
he's not.
I forget which one he's in, but he's in an upcoming comic book movie, and he should be. I didn't say he was. I said he should be, because I think they should definitely go older. This older Fantastic Four. Like now I'm sorry. Do you think that Thanos is the big threat to the universe? It's like, half the universe destroyed. Goodness.
They want people.
You do know there are beings that like do.
They want people that
worse,
can hold a franchise for at least 10 years. I mean, they're gonna have an older Fantastic Four. They're gonna be like 30.
Yeah, fair enough. In which case, Chris Evans back as Johnny Storm is all I have. Just when he thinks he's out, they pull him back in.
I can see it. Okay, it's not D23 news, but
I can see it, man. He's got one more. He's got a contract.
Yeah. Hey, Lilith.
See.
Did everybody see the news? I guess Kevin Smith is working on a new Masters of the Universe reboot for Netflix.
Yes, I'm very excited. I just want to say that I hope that the lessons are learned from that She-Ra reboot. I want it to be literally a sequel revival in every way. I want them to keep the artwork, the style of the artwork, very much in tune to how it was. I don't want none of this newfangled freaking Rick and Morty crap.
I don't know what it's going to look like, but I believe he said that
the storyline's picking up where it left off.
The storyline's like a continuation of the original animated series, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, He-Man 2009, super freaking good. As is the actual comic book that they did around that time too. Just saying. So I'm excited. But like the toy line kind of spoiled it.
I have no idea how the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Can we get a new movie after this too?
Yeah, I have no idea how the original Masters of the Universe story ended. I didn't even realize it actually had an ending.
So. Honestly. I mean, it was a cartoon in the 80s that was based around toys. How deep can it be?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was still, I think it's still.
Well, that's sort of my take on it. It's like, really? What?
Weren't they working on this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm not going to say I'm not. I think I'm a little surprised they want to separate it from She-Ra. Because as far as I know, the She-Ra is doing well.
It's not actually.
At least critically.
Where'd you hear that?
It's not? Okay. I mean, there are no Nielsen numbers for Netflix.
Deals. Well, they said I think they want to set up He-Man like in his first season, without doing the crossover. But is it the same people? I think it might even. I mean, deals might have to be.
It's not the same people.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I don't think it is.
Yeah, so deals are gonna have to be struck no matter. If they want to do that, they're gonna have to work that out.
But like that new She-Ra, there's no way they could ever do the crossover ever. Because it's just too different. Like they kind of like pretend like He-Man doesn't exist in that reboot, and it's like really weird.
I mean, unless they just work.
Well, to be fair, She-Ra didn't know that He-Man existed in her universe either. They actually have established that She-Ra is from another universe. They even do, He-Man's mom storyline. I mean, they follow the She-Ra storyline relatively close as far as origins go. So I don't think there's that much to say that they couldn't tie it in at the end. They just have a different. Now the difference is when you say it's a direct reboot, you're suggesting that the original He-Man who had interactions with She-Ra is the same as this. But then you just have to ask the question, well, is that the original She-Ra that He-Man is related to? And this is because it's later in the storyline, is the new She-Ra. And then we're going to tie the two universes back together with, actually, you are actually the original She-Ra's daughter.
Are we setting up a multiverse?
And take it from there. And then it's Uncle. Well, yeah, well, it's definitely a multiverse. So.
It was always a multiverse.
Oh, yeah.
I just want a new He-Man movie, and Doc Lundgren is still alive, so we can make this happen, people. We can get the guy that played his son in the new Creed movie, actually. That's what we can do. I got it all figured out.
Okay. Honestly, Master of the Universe, the Next Generation sounds like a great idea. But I'm still waiting for my freaking Dungeons and Dragons reboot that is actually based on the real Dungeons and Dragons cartoon,
you sweet summer
not
child.
other things that don't count.
Magic of the Gathering will have a movie before that happens.
It's coming, man.
I mean, we got a Warcraft movie already, so maybe.
That is actually technically true because I'm just saying, I just see so much Dungeons and Dragons stuff from that 80s cartoon online. Just like maybe it's just the algorithm that just says, "Hey, you know who likes this stuff? Charlie." And they put it in my feed, so I go, "Oh, look at that! That's what I like."
How that works.
But I don't know, man.
All right.
Oh crap!
That is literally how that works. So yeah. Do you want to
let's get us or say.
Do it all with.
Let's do some comics.
Yeah.
Let's talk Orville. Who read it this week?
What?
What? The Orville? No, I didn't read it.
The Orville has its own
Orville.
Yeah, you didn't hear. Yeah,
Orville. Issue 2 of 2. Well, they had 2. Yeah, I did last time. I'm gonna tell you, this is why Orville is good, because it takes absurd premises, which all sci-fi is, and then they turn it back to have a lot of heart at the end. You find out that basically the last surviving members of this crew of the ship that crashed, that's shooting other things down, sort of set it up because they realized that they're the reason this planet was destroyed, because when their ship crashed, it leaked quantum energies on the planet, and it killed everything except for these little these owl penguin people who survived, and they basically set it up that they could keep them alive, and it's just really beautiful. And honestly, if you're not watching the Orville, watch it. If you're not reading the Orville, it's only 2 issues. If you can find them, pick them up. They really tell you why Orville. If you I don't want to watch it, but I'll buy a comic book. Buy the comic books. It'll tell you why you should watch it, because it's about the heart of the characters in absurd situations, and that's what a good comic book should be, and that's what good sci-fi should always be: absurd situations with really human characters. Thank you. That was nice.
Oh, hey, Lil, you know what Charlie said he read and enjoyed this week? Powers of X #3.
Oh, you did? We're happy to have you aboard, sir.
Yes. Well, I won't say I'm on board. I'm going to say I was not looking to read it because do I really want to watch another one of these? Read another one of these Powers or Houses of X's stories, because they're jumping around and I don't like their timelines and yada yada yada. This actually made sense. It's only set in one timeline, which I like. I don't like the jumping.
They had a set goal. They had
Yes, I know. They give you more. Yeah, and they give Death #9, which is, and again, one of these weird things of, okay, we've given you the knowledge, now we're going to kill you so that you can take that knowledge back. It's well, you don't really have to. You could actually just keep on working through this universe. And she's going to go back and have this knowledge, and then she'll know if this knowledge actually is good or bad. It's well, kill me now. Might as well just kill me now. I got the knowledge. I got the one thing I came to this timeline for, so you might as well kill me. And I don't have to know how anything else plays out in this universe, how many people live and die, and what the actual final outcome of the universe is. Nope, just send me back so I can do the one thing, kill Sarah Connor, that I need to do. Even though killing Sarah Connor, we already established, doesn't really do much. So, because someone else.
And if she's going to die, it's she can't drink.
But aside from that, I really liked that there was.
She can't drink poison or something to kill herself. She has to take those atoms through there.
Well, you got Wolverine. Well, you got Wolverine there. You might as well use him.
That's what it gets
paid for. As she says, it's what you do. You're the best at what you do. And what you do, apparently, it is less attractive than people think.
That's why he's on the payroll.
Yeah,
killing women.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to say I liked it. I'm going to say I liked it better than all the other stories of X so far because it was consistent, concise, and made sense in its own logical continuity.
Lilith.
But given that Destiny already told him you only got like 12 lives left, do you really want to just waste one?
The world's coming to an end.
Hey, Dad.
All right, Lilith, what do you think?
Isn't that who's friend? Isn't that friends with guy who I think he's an Hydra agent? He does.
Hydra Bob, yes.
Okay, Hydra Bob.
I don't like it. I hate to be a contrarian sometimes, but it's just like I'm trying to give it a chance, but it's getting to be too much. You know how I feel about X-Men and time travel, so it's just like.
That's what Charlie and I were talking about last week. We were saying, the time, just all the time traveling. It's like, again, like Charlie was saying, they stayed in one time period in this issue. Each issue should just do like one time period, maybe.
Yeah, something. It's just.
Get to the point.
Yeah. But I think what it is I think Hickman knows what a trope time travel is for the X-Men. So he's turning into the character. Or turning into the skid. It's like, I know this is going to be an issue, so let's just get it right out of the way. And like I said, I think at the end of it is because we know she has like 12, 13 lives possible left. That's what Destiny said. This was 9. Now we got 10, 11, and 12. I get the feeling by 12 it goes back to the normal Marvel universe as we know it, because she's going to be in that spot way to navigate forward, and she's going to let freaking Magneto try to take over the world with nuclear weapons. Because you know what? In the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter much. So let's let it play out. Kind of in the way that the Watcher and Cosmic Ghost Rider makes the point that little things don't matter. Yeah. Sorry, no, but little things don't matter, but big things do. And like, it wasn't so much that Frank Castle's family died that really mattered. It was that Frank Castle's family died and he became the Punisher, who lived for 1,000 years, became Cosmic Ghost Rider, yada, yada, yada. That once you become a Cosmic Ghost Rider, now all those things actually have real merit and weight. And it kind of sucks if you don't do that now.
Charlie, have you been? Do you like that Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys the Marvel universe, Marvel history, or whatever? Because I've heard a lot of people saying they don't like that.
I liked 1 and I liked 6. I kind of dropped off because 2 didn't really deal with because number 1 sets up the premise, number 6 resolves the premise. And I think 2 through 5 kind of maybe spun its wheels or didn't really do what I wanted it to do. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it did and I just kind of stepped away. Because apparently Canadian Ben Reilly is a character in this, all because of something that happened in issue 2. So now I'm like, man, now I gotta get the graphic novel. So yeah, what I'll say is they kind of put Cosmic Ghost Rider at the end of this. Okay, spoilers. They put him in the Sentry role. So when they bust out at Rikers happens, it's actually Cosmic Ghost Rider they free, not Sentry. But again, it's the same thing. How do we have you and not know you? And it's like, well, it's complicated, yada, yada, yada. Time, space continuum, wibbly wobbly, stuff like that. And so I wasn't going to buy it, but I said, you know what? If I saw a book with Canadian Spider-Man in it for some reason, I probably would buy it regardless of what it was. So I did, and I don't regret it. So,
my spider sense is tingling, eh?
You need more Spider-Man.
He shoots maple syrup.
Oh yeah, and he's like, I think he's a Quebecois too. He seems. Yeah, but see, there's Canadian Spider-Man. He's got the boots on. What are you talking about? Boot?
The mountains are the real heroes.
Spider, and Spider-Man calls him Ben, so I'm guessing he is supposed to be Ben Reilly.
I would read that.
Yes. Oh yeah, man. But yeah, Canada. It is utopia to our north.
Rally on Alpha Flight.
Don't get me started on how great Canada is.
Oh, but you know what I really like this week? I thought was really good.
So it is an alternate universe story, but it's also it was fun. Yeah.
Deadpool annual #1.
That was finally like
What?
kind of been a drag for a while. They finally found the fun again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was really good. Deadpool annual 1 with
Yeah, I really liked it, assuming that everything that happened was as Deadpool assumed it is.
Deadpool assumes it is.
But yeah, and the dig with Neil Gaiman. I enjoyed the dig. Well, no, I assumed he was a pedophile because you're not gonna. No, actually, he wasn't a pedophile. That's just the kid's crazy mind. Kids obsessed with Squirrel Girl. What do you want? But I thought it was. I actually liked the idea that they kind of presented Nightmare for I think kind of the first time as a force of nature rather than as a esoteric construct kind of should be, rather than as a straight up villain. It's like Mephisto shouldn't necessarily be a straight up villain. He should be a cosmological force of nature, which they sometimes do with Mephisto, except they also at the same time will do these gods being petty too. So because it was just a few weeks ago, and I forget. It was in the Hulk, right? No, it was in Thor. It was in Thor, where Nightmare comes into the regular realm and he curses some woman that she never met the woman she loved, and then now that's her reality, which is weird. But because I didn't know he had that kind of power. But okay. But in this one, I liked the way they depicted Nightmare. I thought Nightmare was depicted very well. Much more as they say, we're not going to get sued by Neil Gaiman for this, are we? Much more like Sandman in the Dream.
And I thought the humor worked too.
Nightmares are a part of it, man. I don't create the nightmares.
The vaccination station.
Mm-hmm.
The video game. Yeah.
That was cute. Yeah, that was cute.
Oh, hey,
and we see that Deadpool stage name is J-Lo.
Don't wait for the block. Hey, did everybody read? Yeah, I know.
Mr. Leia's killing me.
Did everybody read Daredevil #10?
Yes.
What did you think? 3, 2, 1.
And again, I'm going to say the color palette. The color palette is still red, white, and blue. This time it's white. And I gotta say, man, there's gotta be a complete. Nuke is a Daredevil villain. We have lots of pills in this thing. White and blue. We haven't seen the reds yet. But again, now he's back to white, which is, of course, the first stage when he's getting back into it. So it's going to go into that because we have the white mask and a light suit and all this kind of stuff. Because it's about being the hero, but at the same time, I gotta think there's a deeper manipulation going on. And yeah, I love Daredevil.
Yeah. But I mean, it's usually I don't like when they drag out arcs where the guy's not in costume, for a while. But I mean, I'm really enjoying this run.
Daredevil doesn't really matter about his costume, though. Honestly.
I know, but a little big part of the storyline is I quit.
I agree.
But who knew Chip Zdarsky could do drama?
Yeah,
he's stretching his chops, and I like it.
Phrasing.
I would imagine. First off, drama is easy. Yeah, drama is easy. Comedy is hard. So I totally get. Yeah,
it's hard. Excuse me. See the CW.
Anybody that can do good comedy can do good drama because drama is the comedy. I'm sorry. Well, no. Well, they may not be hiring good comedy writers to do their drama.
Comedy plus time.
Tragedy is tragedy is comedy, or comedy is tragedy plus timing. Yes, comedy plus. Well, yeah, I forget exactly how it works, but anyway, drama is comedy. The beat before. That drama is writing a comedy, but you actually hit the beat beforehand, so that you actually get the weight of the the weight of the setup. And so, if you can do comedy, you can do drama. I think fairly easily. At least that's just my opinion on it. And yeah, I totally get that he can do this kind of drama, and it's really good. I still believe that there is going to be some kind of tying into the nuke program, although maybe that's an intentional mislead. The idea, no, do the color palette, do the pills, but we're gonna, because that's gonna get people thinking one thing, and then that's just a red herring, So, and I'm down for that red herring.
Did he freeze?
I definitely think this is definitely going on the poll next week, because I have really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed every issue of it.
Yeah, it's been really good the whole time since since issue 1. This series has been really good. Lilith Hellfire, your thoughts?
No, I agree. But I do, like you, Phil. I'm like, just put him in the suit already. Damn it. We know he's gonna go back. Just get to it.
I mean, if they do like they did this month, I mean, he really doesn't need the suit. I mean, all he just throws the thing over his head and
exactly
grab some light sticks and just boom, boom, boom. We might have lost Charlie.
Okay, good. Time to talk about DC. This was a heavy DC week for me, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I got Nightwing, I got Wonder Woman, Come Find Me #2. I got Scooby-Doo, Where Are You 100. What else did I get?
Oh, did you get
it's a lot of stuff.
Did you get Superman Year 1 #2?
I did, just to see if my assumptions were correct, and they were.
It's like, what?
How did you feel?
What is going on there? It's like, he goes.
Well, you know what's going on there. You're gonna make me say
Frank
it.
Miller. I can't.
Miller.
But it's just,
writing Superman.
Yeah. But it's like, what? He's training to be a Navy SEAL, and he's like okay with like guys just like getting their heads popped off, and and I'm just like, that's not Superman. And then that's like,
it's Frank Miller Superman. Isn't
this supposed to be like the Superman who eventually gets the Dark Knight Returns?
Exactly. And I think I get it. Frank Miller likes, because it's that really confusing tangent of his origin that got people up in arms. I think he wants to be divisive. I think he wants to be edgy.
Mm-hmm.
He got a chance to write Superman, so he's very much a Bendis kind of writer. I'm gonna leave my mark or my stink, take your pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I think it's an interesting take. It's just that as a hardcore Superman fan, it's hard to read through. Do you know what I mean? If you're a casual fan, you might actually like this, but as like a real hardcore Superman fan, it is hard to read.
Yeah.
It's hard to read for. It's just like it's like what we talked about with Supergirl. Scroll down. It's like what? Why? That's what you're asking yourself. Why is he like this right now?
Yeah.
We have no character development per se, really, right now.
It's like if Miller's trying to play with, Superman cares, but it's like, oh, he's this alien thing that, cannot care for these little puny humans. And although
it's like, bro, have you not met Ma and Pa Kent? They can make Lex Luthor a Boy Scout, okay? Like, let's just be honest here. Like, no, this is not how this works at all. This is not Brightburn. Move on.
And then the Lori Lamaris stuff is just weird.
No, I actually like.
I mean, it was good, but then like her father's trying to mac on her.
And incest is a thing, bro. Somebody is working out their kinks. Don't judge. Well, judge them on that one, actually. But yeah, I want you guys to read Scooby-Doo, Where Are You 100? Just because it actually made it to 100 issues. So pick it up.
Oh, but so you said you picked up a bunch of DC. You didn't read Batman?
No, I got Jimmy Olsen #2 and Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen #2. So.
It is still good.
Yeah. You guys need to be reading it. I'm really, really liking Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. It's such a throwback to like all the good like golden age and like early silver age stuff that I loved about Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, I don't know if he read 2, but I know Charlie read issue 1 and he really enjoyed it.
He's in Gotham City this week, so it's really cool. It's a fun story. You guys should definitely read it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the big Batman controversy, you know, suppose it appears like Bane snaps Alfred's neck in Batman 77. Spoilers. So, like I was telling you before, all the fans.
So they're gonna throw him in a Lazarus pit. It's actually gonna be a time travel pit, and boom, Pennyworth coming next year, 2020.
They're gonna young him up or something. Yeah, definitely. Because I'm just like, yeah, all the fanboys are going to have to get like buy this issue now. Who dropped it after the whole marriage fiasco, and Jeff just like, he's not gonna. Alfred's not staying dead. I mean, I'm like, have you read a comic? If you believe that, have you read a comic?
Well, I mean, honestly, at the state that DC's in right now, it is kind of believable, to be honest. You know, they're on the verge of, I mean, I know people don't want to talk about it, they're on the verge of not putting out actual books anymore.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's a thing. It's hard times to be DC Comics. It is.
I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, anything to get hands in books, I guess. Maybe put digital codes back in. That might help you.
I'm not saying don't kill Alfred, but I don't see them pulling that trigger though. I don't see them moving the ball to do it.
Bring Alfred's back. It's like, bro, we have milked the Bane train. We've milked the Bane train. We've milked the Joker train. We've beat the dead horse on Harley Quinn. Can ventriloquist get some love? Can we get Calendar Man developed? Can we do something else?
And again, it's like, is it good branding to kill Alfred while you got a Pennyworth TV show out there now?
That's what I'm saying. That's how I definitely know. They're gonna throw him in a Lazarus pit or a mother box mishap or something.
Yeah, they're gonna young him up somehow. Yeah,
comic book. It's just gonna happen. So yeah.
What did you? Kristen and I talked about Nightwing on Nightwing News, but what did you think of Nightwing 63?
I think it's actually coming back into form after after that long adjustment period of grieving that I've done. I'm actually kind of liking the story again.
Well, I mean, they actually gave him like a costume, and he's kind of almost back to what he was. Although, I don't know. I don't like the amnesia thing. I saw a theory I liked. I'd rather he had been like physically injured, and he basically would have to go like physical therapy and actually have his memory, but have to physically learn to be Nightwing again.
Yeah, actually, and I'm really actually digging the whole Talon thing. I'm like, oh, it's a nice little throwback, I guess.
Oh yeah, I saw an article somewhere. They were like, oh, are they trying to make the Talon? Or they? I mean, he's been around, but are they really now trying to make the Talon like Dick's Joker?
Yes, definitely. I think, and it's kind of like the Vulture thing. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, he's been around. Let's actually give him some meat and like make it meaningful. And I think that's why. Don't you dare. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, it's getting back. It's getting back on track, and I'm here for it.
I need some muscle and some meat.
Damn it!
Gotcha.
I don't know. So like, I'm Jurgens. Okay, I'm gonna give Jurgens some room to spread his wings right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while.
I mean, specifically with the story arc, like, because that amnesia thing, I'm just like, why does everybody have amnesia? Who are they? Norman Osborn? Is he gonna go insane next? Is he secretly the son of Joker? Like, oh God, why did I?
Well, again, I don't know if that's like a pronouncement from DC or whoever that they can't bring Dick Foley back until a certain point, so it's like they kind of have to drag it out.
On hold because all of our like big things are on delays.
Well, I didn't know too, but between one, did Tom King want all of Batman's allies out of the way? Because I mean, even Tim Drake's good travel through the multiverse and stuff. And then 2, Titan season 2 is coming. I just wonder, are they going to wait till Dick Grayson gets that Nightwing suit in Titans, so that way when he puts on a Nightwing suit in the comic, is it going to look more similar to the TV show?
Do they even care about that anymore?
I don't know. I don't think
I don't know what DC's priorities are anymore, and neither do they.
I don't know. I just wonder if, because a lot of
most people that are watching Titans are between our ages, Philip, and they don't really care about what's going on currently in DC books. So I think DC actually has finally figured that out.
I know that, and you know that, but I swear the big two, when there's a movie or a TV show, they try to make the characters look more like their live action personas, which they don't have to. I mean Marvel, you don't have to make Punisher look like John Barenthal. Okay,
it is nice. But now you can't do it because you can't. You couldn't come to a conclusion. You had to have your own Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But no, it's not going to be pick of the week anytime soon. But I'm still going to pick it up. It's still on my pull list.
Yeah, because what a big hardcore Nightwing fan I am, and I was just. I don't know, the last couple of weeks, I was even telling Kristen, I was like, I don't know if I'm, for the first time since like 1996, I don't know if I'm going to be like picking up Nightwing regularly. But this week's issue, I'm like, okay, I'm still here. Okay, this is swinging in the right direction.
And what's weird is that Aquaman was actually my pick of the week. Like, I think I read everything the DC put out except for Batman 77. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty bad, but.
Because I got Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, You're the Villain, Black Mask #1. So yeah, I think literally Batman 77 was the only thing I didn't get. I got Pearl 12, which is kind of second. Yeah. Pearl number 12 is second, but Aquaman 51, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a strong story, but it was still like the best story. Do you know what I mean? That I read this week.
It's kind of.
I really like Kelly Sue Dominic's take on it. Don't get me wrong, and Lex Luthor shows up, and it's Black Manta and Lex Luthor, and I'm just like, I need this to happen on screen so bad, somewhere, some way.
Aquaman 51's kind of just like fallout from Aquaman 50 and stuff. But I thought you were enjoying this Aquaman run. So I was surprised that you said you were surprised that.
It's been good, but not like say that New 52 run where it's like surprisingly good, like it has no business being this good. It's good, but like I haven't really had any like surprise twist turn shots. Nothing's made me cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think
it's like fun, and like I think Aquaman, like they do need to lean into that skit and make Aquaman more fun. Either it's going to be political thriller, or we're just going to like have fun punch 'em up action. Like you just like I feel like you can't. There's no nuance for Aquaman anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think they're kind of like in a rebuilding period, almost like, they're trying to decide what do we want from the movie? What do we want to take from the comic?
Nothing. There's nothing they can take from the movie except to develop actual like Atlantis like they used to, like the whole Seven Kingdoms faction and like, what being Ocean Master means or King of, you know what I mean? Like I would be down for that. You know what I mean? But I don't think a lot of people would. I think they just want to see Aquaman like talk to fish and punch stuff. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the only thing they're really taking from the movie now is like his look, maybe.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Honestly, I'd take Harpoon Hand over what they're doing right now, honestly. And y'all know how I feel about Harpoon Hand.
Get Peter David on the phone.
Yes, please. But no, and I'm really loving Robinson Roca's art is actually what's really, really, and Kelly Sue Dominic, they have like this synergy together that I haven't seen in an Aquaman run in a really long time.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no, Aquaman's this Kelly Sue Dominic run, I'm here for it.
Oh, but this is gonna be weird to talk about with Charlie not here, but yeah, he said his system is being uncooperative, so he's out. I've
been there.
I know.
Hasn't gone out. Knock on wood.
But this is going to be weird to talk about without him. But yeah, he said Superior Spider-Man number 10 was his pick of the week.
Of course it was.
I know. Did you read it?
Yeah. I just think it's just something for Charlie. It's not for me. Like it's not my Spider-Man.
It's just weird now because he's been. yeah, he has a new face and new name, so people really don't know who he is. But like everyone knows Superior Spider-Man was Dr. Octopus.
Exactly. Exactly. And this artwork is just a little too kitschy for me, honestly.
Oh, really?
Like, no offense to Mike Hawthorne, it's just a little kitschy or something. Like, it's just not quite what I expect from a Spider book. And I guess that's probably the point, since it's a Superior Spider-Man kind of thing. Maybe that's the point of the artwork.
Yeah, maybe like set him apart because he's not Peter, he's not even Miles. He's, it's Otto.
Exactly. And I think they aim to be like the least predictable Spider book, but you do know what I mean? Like they're always throwing us a curveball, and that's kind of annoying to me.
I mean, well, again, it's like, again, he's not Peter, he's not Miles, he's not Gwen. He's this former villain. He's tried to take over the world or kill the world how many times? So it's like it would be a little different, I guess. Plus, he's an older guy.
True.
Plus, he was the former.
Yes.
He was the former ample American, now in a nice spider body.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, the story's interesting, but it's just like the constant curveballs. It just feels super gimmicky to me.
Well,
and it's just kind of like, when is this series gonna end? Like, honestly, this should have just been a maxi series, and we could move on.
Like I was saying earlier, I'm like, are they keeping this going so like Otto has somewhere to go? Because do they want to do female Dr. Octopus now, which I'm here for?
Yeah, I could see that.
Because that's what I was. I think that all the time too. I'm like, boy, how long are they going to keep this Otto thing running as Superior Spider-Man? But yeah, I mean, if they want to do female octopuses, is this going to be a permanent thing? Superior Spider, well, as permanent as comics are, but
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, is there any other books you want to discuss before we get out of here?
I do want to shout out one book. It's a number 1, and I want to say it's by Aftershock Comics. I want to make sure that's right. Yeah, it is Aftershock Comics. It's called Bad Reception number 1. It was written and the art is done by Juan Doe. If you're familiar with Dark Arc, American Monster, and World Reader, then you know who Don Juan is. Juan Doe is. It's a horror story. So it's about people at a wedding on like this remote island, and they can't get any reception. Get it? Bad reception. And horribly wrong. If you like the show Harper's Island, or maybe Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story, this might be right up your alley. I really enjoyed the story. I thought the artwork was great. It's $3.99. Actually, I haven't seen a person that reviewed it that didn't like it, so maybe pick it up if you are if you've got a comic horror itch you need scratched.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's the only thing that I want to plug. That's not the big 2. Or, actually, let me just get my Archie plug out of the way. Jughead's Time Police number 3. Archie's daughter from the future sends him back into the past. Enough said. Moving on. If you're a Jughead fan, please pick it up. It's great. It's funny. The artwork's super good, and it's freaking Jughead traveling through time. Some stuff's about to get up.
Oh, it's something Charlie Esser would like.
Honestly, I don't think he's like a big Jughead fan. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah. But the time travel.
True. Time travel makes your head.
Just as a theoretical thing, I think he might be interested.
True. So yeah, let's hit them with some shameless plugs and let them get on with their day.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So send us your thoughts on the comics. I'm sure everyone's going to be chatting about the D23 stuff and the big Spider-Man stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/capesandlunatics. And follow us on our fan group also on Facebook. Chat right with us at Capes Lunatics on Twitter, Capes and Lunatics on Instagram. And Disney can buy it anytime it wants. capesandlunatics.org. Work in progress. Subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel and our weekly newsletter at capesandlunatics.home.blog. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And you can watch us live on our Facebook, our Twitter, and at getvocal.com. All right. Lilith Hellfire. Where can people fight you, nerd?
If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. Also, for my Capes and Lunatics peeps and my Sidekicks peeps, you can find me on the gram at Lilith Hellfire 69.
I love to sleep and drink.
Which I'm gonna do both as soon as we're out of here.
Oh yeah, Lil's been had a rough couple weeks. All right. So, and Charlie Esser, you can find Charlie Esser. Well, you can find him live tweeting with.
Drop recorded for situations like this.
That's what I said. I need a drop of you and a drop of him doing your plugs. Well, you can always find me live tweeting shows when stuff is on and these people aren't making me podcast on Twitter at Charlie Esser. That's CHARLIE ESFER. Look for the two E's in the middle.
Quality.
For quality. Oh, and super connectivity blog at gmail.com.
And at Super Connectivity on the gram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I don't see him on the gram a lot.
Well, we're gonna make them.
Yes, that's right. Us and the Robert Southgate. Roberto Southgate.
The George Southgate. You gotta get it right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, send in your votes on which Seinfeld episode you want us to do a live read of.
Actually, we should make a poll. We should narrow it down ourselves and then make the
exactly. Poll. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll throw it out to the Esser man. And then you people get to vote. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Another episode of the Capes. Well, for another week, we have been the Capes Ampersand.
Lunatics.
That's what I need dropped of, just him saying ampersand and you saying lunatic. I mean, stuff changes from week to week, but we could literally just like pre-record our drops and stuff, our shameless plug.
You know, we should just record one good solid shameless plug.
I know, but I could. Then you miss these end credit scenes we do at the end.
Mid credit scenes, technically.
All right, everyone. Join us next week. Send us your thoughts. We'll talk more D23. Ray, I know you have midnight thoughts. Send them in.